everyone, to pregnancy week 5, almost 6. I am 5 weeks and 5 days pregnant today according to early ultrasound. If you go off of like my LMP, I'm like 7.5 weeks, but I'll get to that in a minute. So anyway, I am 5 weeks 5 days today, and it's been pretty rough so far. I may look, like I feel fine, but I really feel pretty crummy today. It's been pretty brutal as far as morning sickness goes for a couple weeks now, about almost 2.5 weeks. I've been on Zolfran, which, by the way, I was on with all 3 of my pregnancies before and was on it for the entire 9 months. I was throwing up before I even had a positive test. So I called the doctor. I was like, I think I'm expecting. It's kind of early to test, but I'm throwing up. I'm really sick, and I don't think I have the flu. She's like, okay. So I did take a test that night, and it had only been like an hour since I had peed, and it was a digital test, and it came up positive, and I was like, okay, I guess, it's not too early to test. So I went into the doctor, got the prescription, and I've been feeling a little better since, but if I don't take the medicine before I even get out of my bed, I spend the whole morning throwing up. Since the update on epilepsy for Ty and what's been going on and where our daily vlogs are, well, I've pretty much had morning sickness since he got out of the hospital the second time after I did that video. He's been in and out of the hospital a lot, and then I've had morning sickness since, so I've filmed a lot, but I haven't put up a daily vlog at all. I don't know really when those are going to be back, just because I have been pretty sick, and even to just do a pregnancy update is like, it takes a lot of energy and planning, and I'm exhausted, and all I want to do is go to sleep. My baby's asleep right now, and my other 2 boys are, one's at his training, the other one's at school, and I'm just like, oh, I just want to sleep, but I do want to document this pregnancy, so I am going to. So my symptoms this week, like I said, have been nausea and vomiting, which is not fun, but it's there, and to me that's a good symptom, only because with all my miscarriages, because we've had 3 miscarriages trying to conceive baby number 4, and with all of those miscarriages I stopped getting sick I was only sick for like a week, and I have gotten sicker and sicker, and my hormone levels are going up, and so that's all good signs, so I'm okay with throwing up. I don't love it, but it's better than a miscarriage. So the next symptom I've had is breakouts. I have like breakouts like all along my face here, like really bad breakouts. I usually don't during pregnancy. With all of my other pregnancies, I had like super awesome skin, like really clear skin. So I'm kind of just trying to be like, it's okay, it's just your hormones, your face is breaking out, but that's okay. So I'm not really loving that. I don't think anyone would love that though. And I've been really stressed out with like things that have been going on with Ty, so that could be why I'm breaking out too, and why I have a freaking huge cold sore. It's almost like it's healing right now, but it came on last time he was in the hospital last week, on Sunday. So 5 days ago he was in the hospital. He had a really bad reaction to his medicine just wasn't working, and we think what happened is he started throwing up, so he had some sort of like a bug or something. And anyway, I'm getting really off of the pregnancy vlog right now, but my son ended up in the hospital. I got a cold sore. I think I was just really stressed. So another thing that has been going on is I have been really tired. Like I said earlier, I'm just exhausted, and all I want to do is sleep and watch Christmas movies and just lay on the couch. And I'm a mom of 3 boys. I can't just do that. So I just have to buck up and be tired sometimes. I've been going to bed at like 8 or 9 o'clock every night this week. And it's really helping with the tired. It's making a huge difference going to bed early. I go to bed like as soon as my kids are asleep, and then I wake up with them at about 6 or 6:30. So that's just kind of our routine right now. My poor husband, he probably thinks he's married to a grandma right now, because I go to bed before probably most grandmas go to bed. I go to bed so early, but that's okay, you know, that's part of pregnancy. I have had a little bit of back pain, but not much compared to my other kids, so I'm grateful for that. I'm trying to think if there was anything else symptom related. Oh, emotional. Holy crap. Like, I have cried over everything. Literally everything. I cried at the end of a happy movie. I've cried so much this last week. Like, insane amounts of crying, like, over the stupidest stuff. I mean, stuff that after I'm done crying, I'm like, why was I crying about that? And then I start crying because I don't know why I was crying about that. And like, okay, with my other 3 pregnancies, I did not cry this much, like, at all. And I have been like, I didn't cry this much, and I have been so emotional, like, crying over everything, and really, like, getting really upset over things that normally would not even, like, make me shed a single tear. So I have been really emotional, which is new for me. With my boys, I was not emotional I was a little bit postpartum, but not during the pregnancy. Like, I hardly cried with them. I did cry some, but it wasn't like, I mean, stopped at a stoplight made me cry, or having to wait in line made me cry. Like, I've cried over everything. So, food aversions, oh my gosh. Something will sound so good, and then I make it, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, that's disgusting. Like, that's really gross. So, I have really a crappy appetite right now. I do not want to eat. I have to, like, force myself to eat. And I am drinking a fair amount of water, not as much as I should be, but it helps if you add a little bit of lemon to it. I learned that with my second baby. A little bit of, like, fresh squeezed lemon juice into the water, it does help it to stay down. So I've been doing that. And my doctor suggested doing Gatorade. Just our family doctor. I should probably talk about this. I don't have an OB here since we moved here from the great state of Georgia, and we moved all over in the meantime, and, you know, moving across the country. I hadn't found an OB here that I liked. I had gone to a couple with the miscarriages and stuff, but I didn't like any of them. And so I just went to my regular family doctor. I did go to one OB since I've been pregnant. And how do I put this nicely? She's nice, and I'm sure she's really great with some women. I just felt like for me, she wasn't the right fit. And part of that was the hospital. I do not like our local hospital at all. And that's not a good thing, because I deliver really, really quickly. And our next closest hospital is an hour away. And so that's not the ideal situation. Really don't like the hospital here, so that added to the fact that I didn't want to go to that doctor, because that's the only hospital she delivers at. So we have an appointment next week. I know it's the week of Thanksgiving, but we have an appointment with a midwife at a birthing center, and I'm really excited for that appointment. I really hope it goes well. I wish I could just have my mom deliver my baby, but she's so far away. I probably should mention, my mom's a midwife, so that probably just scared a lot of people. My mom's been a midwife since I was her baby, so a long time, and she did deliver 2 of my boys, and I wish I could have her or my OB from Utah, where I'm from, who delivered Riker and was supposed to deliver Jack but missed it, and so my mom delivered it. Anyway, I wish I could have them, but I can't. We live way too far away. It's like over about a 10-hour drive to my mom's house from here, and that's just way too long to go wait till I have a baby. So we did that with Ty, and it was really, really hard, and I just don't think it's the best idea for us. So we are going to that birthing center to tour it and to meet the midwife and her assistant and the team there and see what we think. I saw pictures of it, and it looks like a nice luxury hotel or something. So I guess we'll see. They do take our insurance, so that's a huge plus. because it won't cost so much to go to a birthing center because we have insurance and they take it, so that's awesome. I do have another ultrasound scheduled to make sure there's a heartbeat, because it was only 5 weeks and 3 days when I had the ultrasound, and I told my the family doctor, that I knew my dates were off because they have been with every pregnancy, and I knew that I ovulated later than they thought, and I ended up getting a positive pregnancy test really early. For most people, it's pretty early. So I knew the dates would be off, so I wasn't expecting to see a heartbeat when I went in, even though according to my last menstrual period I was 7 weeks. I wasn't expecting to see a heartbeat. So we are gonna go back in like, I think 10 days from the last scan, I think is what they told me, or something like that. Anyway, it'll be after Thanksgiving. We're gonna go back and we're gonna have another ultrasound. The ultrasound tech did tell me though that the sac, the amniotic sac, that was high. There was no sign of miscarriage around it. There was no blood pockets around it. There was nothing. It looked really healthy. It's not ectopic. She ruled out that, and everything looks really good for my date, for when I knew I ovulated, and how like she said everything looks super good, and to not be concerned. Not concerned because all 3 of my live births, my babies, all 3 of my boys, their early ultrasounds were the same way. My dates were 2 weeks off, and it was, or just under 2 weeks. It's no big deal. It's not that big of a deal. I'm confident in this pregnancy. I have been so sick that I'm pretty confident. So another thing I want to talk about is beta levels. At 3 weeks and 3 days, according to ultrasound, I counted back, and I had put in my calendar when I had that test done. So it was at about 3 weeks, 3 days that I had a beta test done, and my beta level came back 139. And according to my dates, that was a little low, but according to like how far along I actually was, it was perfect or even a little high. So that was good. And then we did the 48 hours later. It's supposed to double, or about double. So I was hoping for just anything over 300, and my beta level came back 391, so it more than doubled. So I was really happy with that, and I'm not really that concerned. I feel really comfortable in this pregnancy. My hormone levels are going in the right direction. Everything's looking good so far. So right now we're just hoping that this little rainbow baby sticks around, and that we actually get our baby number 4. So that is all for now. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're new and want to see more pregnancy vlogs and updates, and hopefully some more daily vlogs. Hopefully we'll get back into that when I start. Oh, my face is itching. Hopefully we'll get back into that when I start feeling a little bit better. So subscribe if you want to. And we will see you guys all next week, or maybe a little bit sooner if I'm feeling good enough to daily vlog. I thought about doing a vlog today, and maybe it'll go up in a couple of days when I get time to edit it. So anyway, that is all for now, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.